from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Wentz first play going right to the air. Open man is Samuel, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. The numbers from McLaurin a week ago: 8 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
5 yards remain on second down. Here's Wentz to throw. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Wentz. And Thomas has it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards left on second down. Now Wentz. Now he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Again, it's Wentz. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd down and goal. Wentz. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a play fake. Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing is Wentz. That one is slant to McLaurin. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Wentz now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A give up the middle to Gibson. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Drake Jackson able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. from the 6. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game?
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 66 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive, and they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz going to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Robinson up the middle. There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram.
Oh, that was the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners have moved out in front. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Now goal for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw, it's Wentz. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wentz to throw again. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Wentz's throw on target. This is McLaurin. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Sly able to put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On play action, Lance. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 45 yards. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? But all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance steps away to his left. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. Down to about the 45. And Charles. You think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and this is caught. Touchdown.
Deebo Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game. Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. On play action, it's Wentz. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down. Second down and a run by Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. Now Wentz on third down. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Wentz now to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Wentz now on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Wentz. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. John Bates, beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed it.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot.
And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it.
They made the decision to go for two. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down one does for me.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Finding room at midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Buying time to his left. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Goal able to tack on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They begin the drive with Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Wentz's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Wentz. A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some, 36 yards. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This one caught by Kittle. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 28 yards. And the 49ers are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. So Wentz and the Commanders down by 2 touchdowns, 2:07 remaining. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 31, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Wentz. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On play action, Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now a play fake. Lance. He finds Kittle going across the field. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Francisco, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next.